Well, Darren, I mean, could be your sixth promotion. I mean, what a career you've had, mate. Promotion specialist.
Yeah, like you said, it could be the sixth one. They get better every time you get them. Obviously, I've had a 22, 23 year career, so I've had friends and teammates who have not even won one. So to be in with a shot of winning six will be fantastic, especially at this club as well. To win two in 4 years would be a great achievement.
I mean, out of the five that you've had so far, they've all obviously special in their own little way, but what were the top ones for you, the biggest achievements, would you say?
Probably in terms of going from the Championship to the Premier League with Swansea was probably the biggest one in terms of finance for the club and going into the top level. What got me to play in the Premier League. But I've enjoyed everyone. I've enjoyed the League Two one. I've enjoyed Charlton. I've been parts of good squads, so it becomes more special when you have that bond with your teammates, and everyone's just as good as each other.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that one to the Premier League was remarkable, really, because Swansea have been on a great journey, and of course, Brendan Rodgers, it was very early in his managerial career as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he left. I don't know if he got left or got sacked from Watford and Reading. And obviously we played Reading in the final, so it was his old team he'd just been sacked from, and to take us in his first season, get us into the playoffs, and obviously to win it was great for him. And you've seen the stuff he's gone on to do now, managing Liverpool and obviously Celtic, what he's doing down there. It was a great kickstart. Swansea was a good club for managers, Roberto Martinez himself, Paolo, and everyone who's gone in there has done well, so it's a great club for managers.
Because you actually won two promotions there, didn't you? You went on the journey from League One to the Premier League.
Yeah, well, I left Fulham to go to Swansea in League One. They beat us in the playoffs. I was at Brentford on loan and they beat us the season before, and then I ended up signing for Swansea. And Roberto got us promoted to the Championship, and then Brendan come in and kicked on, and we got it from the Champ to the Prem.
Yeah, and of course you got into the Premier League with Bolton. I know you played at Fulham, but early in your career, but you went to Bolton. That must have been a very special moment for you to get to that level.
Obviously we got promoted at Swansea. I had a little bit of trouble with my contract situation at that time. I went in to sign, and it was completely different to what we agreed. So I ended up leaving and going to Bolton. In hindsight, I don't know if it was the greatest idea because Bolton got relegated in the first season. But obviously to become a Premier League player and earn my way to be there rather than just be there as a kid and get your way in was good, because I had to go away from the Premier League in Fulham, like you said, go and work my way back up from League One and get back to the Premier League. So it was a great journey.
Of course, with Bolton, the club ended up going down to League One. And actually, you got promoted out of League One, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, we had some tricky times there. So we got relegated from the Premier League to the Championship, and then we went again to League One. We had so many stuff going off field, the finances and all that. But Phil Parkinson come in, and you've seen what he's done with Wrexham now. He knows how to win promotion, and he managed to get us back up into the Championship, so I ended up winning a promotion with Bolton.
Yeah, now of course you've had a recent promotion here with Orient.
Yeah.
That was a very special one, wasn't it? Because the club had been in the doldrums for a while, had dropped down into non-league football, and to get back into League One, that was a huge deal.
Yeah, I think they always wanted to do it. I think they tried for a couple of seasons and they fell short. We had a big push when I first come in, and then we fell off towards Christmas time, and then obviously the new manager and staff come in, and then we managed to get over the line. It was a great achievement. I think we won it as well, and we won it quite comfortably. So the team that we had at the time was special, and a lot of them boys are still here now. So it just goes to show that obviously the managers come in and made us better as players, but Kenny Jackett deserves a bit of credit as well for building that team and putting us all together.
And of course, from a personal point of view, this couldn't be sort of scripted better for you, really, because you're up against your old club and you've won this playoff final, League One, obviously when you were at Charlton Athletic, a club that was dear to your heart.
I think 7 years ago, I think it was, we were playing against Sunderland at Wembley. And you don't really think you're going to go back there again, especially at my age. I was 36 or 34 at the time. And then obviously we began back there. I thought when we got in the playoffs, I thought it was written in the stars that we were going to end up playing against Charlton. I went and watched them at the Valley against Wickham. I went and watched their game, and it's crazy that 6 years later I'm at Leyton Orient, the team I signed, and we're going to be playing them for a knockout game to get promoted.
What did you make of that game? It's a remarkable atmosphere, wasn't it, at the Valley?
Oh, yeah, the atmosphere was crazy. I don't really go to the games and see the atmosphere outside the ground. We're normally inside and doing our warm-up before the game. So to actually see the atmosphere, see how many fans they had, it was a great atmosphere. Obviously, I remember playing there a couple of years before, Doncaster in semi-final. It was electric. The game itself wasn't great. It was cagey, semi-final, not many chances, but they managed to get over the line. So they've had a great season themselves. Nathan Jones has done great. It'll be a tough game, but obviously hoping to try and win that for ourselves.
What did you make of your time there? I mean, you were there for a few years, weren't you? You obviously got to play in the Championship there as well. It's a shame the club couldn't stay up. There was the COVID season, wasn't it? You just fell short at the end.
Loved my time there. Really enjoyed it. Loved it. Wanted to stay. Didn't want to leave at the time. We had a new manager come in Nigel Atkins, but we had also another midfielder, Ben Watson, who was the similar sort of age as me, and he had a contract already with the club. So I don't think they wanted to keep both of us at the time. So obviously devastated that they got released when I did. But in a weird kind of way, it was a kind of blessing in disguise because I ended up coming to this club, and we meet again in the playoff final.
Now, having done it so many times, you obviously know what ingredients you need to be successful. So what is it? I mean, obviously you've done it automatically, you've done it through the playoffs. Yeah. What is it that you need in a group to actually get over the line in situations like this?
I think you need everyone pushing in the same direction. You need that togetherness. That's the main thing. I think I wouldn't say the teams on paper have been the best teams I've played in terms of names and maybe have the best players, but I've played in teams where they've got the best teams, that connection. Everyone's pushing in the same direction. Sometimes it's hard when you've got a squad because not everyone can play, so there's going to be people upset, but if you've got them people pushing in the same direction, it can make it a lot easier. And at the clubs I've been in groups where everyone, obviously people are disappointed they're not playing, but they're all pushing for one goal, and that's to get promoted. And that's what we've got here. We've got boys that are not playing but are still cheering on the boys and want the boys to do well.
And of course, playing at Wembley, I mean, people say it's just another game, which of course it is, but I don't know, I think that's too simplistic because obviously, and I know you've got to play the game, not the occasion, etc. Yeah. You played in that game against Sunderland. I think it was the highest gate that weekend. Even Barcelona was struggling to, you know. So how do you sort of cope with games like that where there's such a massive audience?
Yeah, like you said, you have to try and play the game, not the occasion. But the game, Wembley itself, does suck the life out of you. So before the game, you might have plans. You're going to do this and do that after. When you win, you think you're going to do that, and then all of a sudden it just zaps the life out of you. I think nearly every player that I played with on the day got cramp because obviously the weather, the energy from the crowd, it's a massive occasion. It zaps the life out of you. So I've said to the boys, it's important that you make sure you wake up, you hydrate early, try and get some water on board, because even if you don't feel nervous and that nervous energy will come at some point. Yeah. 80,000, 70,000 people there, big pitch, big occasion, and it will take its toll on your body. So
is it just the adrenaline?
It's the adrenaline, it's everything. It's the crowd, it's not wanting to make a mistake. You know that it's a knockout game, so it's not just a one-off game. And the atmosphere is just, it's electric. It's nothing like a normal Premier League game. You go to a normal Premier League game, but this is actually for something. It's not like for 3 points, this is actually to get promoted. So the whole occasion is, it does suck the life out of you. So I think you could ever handle that the best normally goes on and wins the game.
Is that the only time you played at Wembley, or you played before?
No, I played Swansea.
Of course you did, yeah, of course you got to. Yeah,
Swansea v Reading.
So on each occasion that you played at Wembley, had you picked something up from each time?
I didn't. I was on the bench for Swansea against Reading and come on. Yeah. Didn't really take the occasion. I didn't really take Wembley in, so I turned up to the game like a normal game. Didn't really. But this time when I played with Charlton, I made sure I took it in the warm up. I made sure, not like distracting me, but I made sure I was present in that moment, knowing what was going on. So like every time I go to warm up now, I always have a vision of what it was like with Wembley. You know, when you get the cameras up the top flying past and stuff like that. So I always vision that when I'm planning a game out there or in front of 2,000 fans. I always go back to that moment, and that was a special moment.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to remind you, but you've just turned 40.
Yeah.
I mean, you just said you've been in the game so many years. I mean, would you ever thought you'd have still been going on at 40?
I don't think you ever think about it, to be honest. Like, if you told me back in the day you play at 40, I'd be like, no, because everyone said 35, and then everyone gets in their head 35 cap off. So if you can get to 35, it's great. I think you only really think about your age when people say it. Like, so people say it all the time, and that can get in your head. I think when people keep saying you're 40, you're tired, you're going to be tired if you keep saying that all the time. But if you continue and you play on and you work hard, I think you have to do more as you get older. You can't. I don't think rest is the right way. I think you have to do more. Right. Because I've seen other players go the other way, and they've always said, I like to struggle when they relax, because it's hard to get your body going again. Yeah. I think you have to continue it and work harder to continue playing the older you get.
So what do you do specifically then that's more that you weren't doing earlier?
So my recovery, so every day I'd go Tesco's or wherever, or buy 5 bags of ice. I'd have an ice bath every day, hot and cold, contrast. I go for a massage maybe twice a week, acupuncture. I do my Normatex. Make sure I try and look after my nutrition. and stuff like that. So make sure recovery, I think at my age, is the main thing for everything, and that's what I focus on.
Yeah, and of course, you're playing for a place in the Championship. I mean, are there plans that you want to stay and continue?
Yeah, obviously I want to play as long as I can. I have a good relationship with the people at the club, so we have to see what direction they want to go in after this. But yeah, I've been involved in, I think, 43 games this season, and I think you want to carry on playing. Like, I enjoy playing football. I love playing football. I can still compete with the players at this club, the young boys. So we'll see at the end of the season. The end season is Sunday, so after Sunday we'll probably know what future I hold at this club or within football.
And I mean, this season's been a remarkable season, whatever happens on at the weekend, really. And of course, everyone remembers that Man City game. The fact that you were able to compete against one of the best teams in the world and run them close, that must have had a positive impact on the rest of your season. I know obviously League One's different to playing FA Cup one-off games, but it must, you set standards in that game. I mean, you didn't play with the ball, of course, as much as you used to.
Well, I think the whole occasion of the fans in the warm-up and all that, I think it gave the boys a sniff of what could be. So if they got into the next level Championship, I think that's the same you do every week you deal with. So and it gives you a little bit of belief, knowing that you can score against the opposition, who Man City are the best team for the last couple of years, to compete with them, like you said, and take them close to extra time, whatever. Gives a lot of, I believe, gave the players a lot of belief. So that's good. There's a moose on there.
Moose is just off camera here, taking pictures of me and you talking to each other. But we're sitting in the sort of the canteen area at the ground, and all the players are tucking into their post-training grub and trying on suits and stuff. Tell us about the suits. Are you pleased with them?
Yeah, suits are alright, to be fair. I think because of the occasion, as you can see, these tracksuits are not the greatest, to be honest with you. So we wouldn't normally do it, but I think we're going in the suits. Everyone looks smart, and they say if you look good, feel good, you play good. So that's what we're hoping for. So we're looking to get all this stuff done today, all the tickets, all the suits. I think we're going to Wembley after this to go and have a look at the pitch. So then from today, there'll be no talk of tickets anymore.
No.
Suits and all that are done, all the sizes, and they can just focus on the football, which is the main part.
Yeah, and just finally, mate, I mean, this was a club that was in non-league not that long ago, and here with a chance to play for the Championship. I mean, that's a remarkable rise, isn't it?
I remember watching Leyton Orient and seeing Leyton Orient in the National League and thinking, how have they ended up in the National League? Because obviously seeing players from the Football League go there, Jay Simpson, McAnuff, these players, and you see them in the National League and you think, how's that happened? And then to actually join the club, see how good the people are in the club, see the owners, how good they are, and to take this club hopefully into the Championship would be an amazing achievement by everyone. And I think if we do it, I think once it sinks in, the boys will really appreciate, and the fans, what this team's done, and it'd be great for this club.
And to hold aloft that trophy in the Royal Box, I mean, how proud would you be there?
Yeah. Well, like you said, to have 2 promotions in 4 years, and to lift the trophy at Wembley, to get into the Championship, this club, it'd be a dream come true.